So for this week, I wanted to read from The Six Pillars of Self-Esteem by Nataniel Bradens. The theme for my clients this week has been self-responsibility. It is always better to come from a place of responsibility when it comes to how we think, feel, act, and ultimately our results. Instead of letting that person annoy you or that thing annoy you, you can take responsibility for how you feel, and it becomes a much more empowering space to live in. So without further ado, if I were to give up blaming my parents for my unhappiness, said a child of 46, I'd have to take responsibility for my actions. I'd have to face the fact that I've always felt sorry for myself and enjoyed it. I'd have to recognize that I still dream of being rescued by my father. I'd admit that I like seeing myself as a victim. I'd have to act in new ways. I'd get out of my apartment and look for a job. I couldn't just suffer. If I were to accept that I'm responsible for my happiness, said an older man who drank too much, I'd stop complaining that my wife drives me to drink. I'd keep out of bars. I wouldn't spend hours in front of the TV blaming the system. I'd go to the gym and start getting in shape. I'd give my boss more for his money. I'd probably have to stop feeling sorry for myself. I don't think I could go on abusing my body as I do now. I'd be a different person. I'd respect myself more. I could get my life moving again. If I take responsibility for my emotions, said a woman who exhausted her family and friends with her complaining, I wouldn't be so depressed. I'd see how often I make myself miserable. I'd see how much rage I am denying. I'd admit how much of my happiness is spite. I'd focus more often on the good things in my life. I'd realize I'm trying to make people feel sorry for me. I'd see I can be happy more often. So just think about that. Are you taking responsibility in your life? Do you complain about the way you feel? Do you complain that others make you feel a certain way? And if you do, just notice that and begin to notice what it would feel like if you were to shift the script.